Meanwhile, Israeli strikes also pounded Beirut's southern suburbs on Wednesday, while Hezbollah said it fired precision-guided missiles for the first time at Israeli targets. The strikes on the edges of Beirut sent thick columns of flames shooting up into the night sky, one after the other, shortly after an Israeli military spokesman issued evacuation warnings for the neighborhood. Another strike hit the nearby office of a media house. Hezbollah has meanwhile said that it had escalated its attack on Israel using precision missiles for the first time and launched new types of drones on Israeli targets. The group later said it had targeted an Israeli military factory on the outskirts of Tel Aviv. Well, around the time of Hezbollah's claim, air raid sirens sounded in Tel Aviv and the neighboring cities. Also, the intensifying exchanges of fire come as Washington makes a final major push for peace between Israel and Hezbollah and Hamas before the November 5th U.S. presidential election. And Akshay Dongre joins us for West Asia updates. Well, Akshay, amid the final push by Blinken for peace, the exchange of fire has actually intensified between Israel and Hezbollah and Hamas. What's the latest in this?
Well, there seems to be a concerted effort from the current U.S. leadership to bring in some positive results from the region. Now, because the kind of conflict that we are seeing and the intensity at which it is spiraling up, it has been seen as a failure of the United States government as well, the present leadership. And that is why perhaps, Secretary of State Anthony Blinken is in the region. He has met the Israeli leadership, the Saudi leadership. He's expected to meet the Qatari leadership as well, and some other countries as well. And now this was so kept so under the wraps that even the local media or the media from the US had no idea that where all Anthony Blinken will be going. It seems to be that this is a plan that is being made in a rushed manner, and an all-out effort is being made by the US government to bring in some sort of positive news in terms of some ceasefire or some peace or stability in the region. But it seems unlikely that it is going to happen, given the fact that both the parties, be it Hezbollah, Hamas, or Israel, they have been trying to intensify their attacks and inflict as much as damage possible on the other party. So that is a key concern that the US has. However, with the kind of summit that is taking place in Russia, also it has given the US government a lot of when it comes to the kind of countries that are joining, be it Iran that is present in Kazan right now, be it Iran and other BRICS plus countries as well. So that has, in a way, made the US a bit nervous as far as its own influence in the region is concerned. So the United States is trying to get the major key players on its side when it comes to the conflict resolution is concerned. Because let's say if the BRICS countries are trying to, if they try to mediate and if they try to bring in some kind of a resolution, then it is going to be a major setback for the US and its influence in the region. And given the fact that the elections are about to start in the country, they're trying to make an all-out effort to ensure that they do everything that is possible to prevent the escalation of the conflict.
Right, Akshay, as you very rightly said, all efforts are being made to push for peace. But if you talk about Syria, which is teetering on the brink of a military, humanitarian and economic storm, as UN official also said, a warning of escalating violence within the country and spillover from fighting in neighboring Gaza and Lebanon.
Can you repeat the question, please, Lipakshi, once?
Yeah, if you talk about Syria, which is teetering on the brink of the humanitarian and economic storm, so how do we see Syria right now?
Well, Syria is a different story, but somewhat connected to the ongoing conflict, given the fact that it shares border with the countries that are embroiled in the controversy. Syria has its own story when it comes to the humanitarian crisis that has been there. The Houthis and the Hadis have been, involved in this conflict that has been going on for over a decade now, with Bashar al-Assad getting all the support that he can from Russia and his own allies, including Iran as well. And now what we are seeing is that the coalition of be it the Israeli government or the other parties that are supporting the Hadis. They are trying to assert their own dominance in the region. But it remains to be seen that how exactly this conflict will also impact a Syrian crisis that has been there for several years now.
Right, Akshay. Thank you so much for all those details.